man sieht auch.
In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. You know your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. Oh, with Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID as your reputation grows. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. You know your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. Oh, with Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID as your reputation grows. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. You know your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. Oh, with Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID as your reputation grows. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. You know your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. Oh, with Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your soul ID as your reputation reputation grows.
GM, and welcome to Solid Talk number 56 with my co-founder and friend Pierre and myself, Simon. We are here for you guys to ship you the latest and greatest, not just from Solana, but from Solana ID, right to your doorstep. It is Saturday night, it is 11 p.m. where I am. It is probably also 11 p.m. where Pierre is, actually.
Yes.
We're in the same time zone. Yay. That's a rare
And
case.
Simon is
And-
streaming from the prison. He
From my
is
prison.
in Singapore and smoked some shisha on the street, and now he is in the prison.
Look at me. In my. Actually, you know what it is. You don't know the shirt, right? You don't know what it is actually because
No,
it's
what
new.
is it?
Yeah, stable coins.
Oh, very subtle.
Very, very subtle. Yeah, just stable coins. Actually, the back is kind of cool. It says, I think, what does it say actually? I think it says stable future or some shit. Do you see it?
Oh yeah, stable future.
Yeah.
And then what is the artwork? What is that picture?
I don't know.
Can I
It might
put
be
my-
some
because you're-
flowers,
You're,
but we got it from Stable Futures.
Okay.
So
I couldn't
yeah,
see
it's
it
not a
because
business.
I think your Wi-Fi is rugging you or me because the picture is
Oh.
freezing sometimes.
Yeah, that might be me. Right now, there's no warning, so my Wi-Fi should be okay. But I am in a hotel room, and as you all know, this is sometimes really difficult, but it should be all right. Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining Solid Talk. If you are here right now, it means you give a shit about Solana ID, which is great, and it means you want to get entertained. So we're here for you, no matter where and why and how. And we're also actually not alone because this gentleman is also there.
Oh my
Surprise,
God.
surprise. He didn't expect that move. That was really quick.
No, I actually didn't know that he's coming. So I'm
Oh,
happy.
Me neither.
Oh, both are
Nice.
surprised.
You're already
Both are like, what?
on some party because it's Saturday evening. It's 11 p.m. in Singapore. This bachelor
cheers.
wanted to go
Cheers,
out.
boys.
What is that?
Bro,
Soju?
I took a note from Eno's playbook. Got a bottle of soju
Nice.
with me.
Yeah, it's very smart.
Cheers.
Very smart.
Cheers.
How many bottles do you have at home? It's like one, or you got some reserve?
We always got some in reserve, Simon. We're always stocked up. You don't got nothing to worry about.
What people don't know is that he just drank like 3-4 beers or something before the stream. So I think we're gonna end up.
We're in for a good time.
That sounds like what happened last week when I was sleep drunk.
Exactly. Yeah. Last week, for everyone who missed it, Pierre was definitely lacking a little bit of sleep, and you could feel it. Let's see what today happens. We don't know. It's always a surprise what happens. We do have some sort of an agenda as always. So if you are in Solid Talks, then you are getting some updates about Solami, the coin. So we're going to talk obviously about the godmother of everyone, which is Solana. So we're going to look at the chart. Not too much to tell really right now. It's a bit boring the past couple of days, but we're going to make sense either way of where the chart is heading. At least we're trying. And besides that, we're talking about some updates from Solana ID, from the protocol. So we're going to talk about a little marketing campaign that we did last week and some learnings from that. We have a big launch coming up next week that is finally public and official. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, but not too much because obviously next week, Saturday, we're going to talk more post-launch. And I want to talk about SwissBorg because I don't know about you guys, but SwissBorg is performing quite well in the past days, and there's a reason for it. They had a big keynote in September on the 20-something. I don't know the exact date, but they announced a pretty interesting update to the SwissBorg ecosystem and especially the Borg token. And as a SwissBorg ecosystem project, Solana ID does benefit from a thriving SwissBorg ecosystem. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and what exactly happened there. And yeah, we have some other stuff prepared on the agenda that we might dig in as well. And obviously there's going to be at least one giveaway because, we like to give shit away. So we're going to do that as well in the middle of the stream if you stick around. And then also we have the participation NFT of the week. So you can brace yourself for this week's artwork, which is always a surprise. So you don't know yet what our artist Zick has cooked for you this week, but let me tell you, it is a different one. It looks unique. I mean, they're all unique, but this one definitely, how do you say, it sticks out. Let's put it that way. either way, 2 weeks ago, I saw Pierre, and I actually touched the man. I was physically with him, and just now I actually saw Benny. I'm really excited. I'm getting to
Did you
to
also
meet.
touch him physically?
I was
I did
physically
touch him.
touched. That's
It
what
was
I-
very physical. It was quite physical. So yeah, after all these beers, bro, and yeah, so I'm really happy that we're getting together. Benny, we're in Singapore. Have you been in Singapore before?
No, this is my first time. I missed Breakpoint last
Ooh.
year. I went to the 2 ones before that, but last
Mm.
year when they had the F1 races and everything, I didn't make it.
Right. I mean, it is quite of a journey for you. I'm not gonna lie. It is a
little
good
bit.
20 something hour flight, probably with like a little layover.
Yeah, about 18 hours total. Had a 10-hour layover this time, so it was a little gnarly. But honestly, I slept about 10 to 12 hours on the flight, so I'd fully swapped my sleep schedule on the flight, and I feel great now.
Awesome. So almost no hangover. A hangover? No, what do you say? Jet lag. Almost no
Oh
jet
no,
lag.
we're in for a
Hangovers.
hangover. Don't worry about that. We're in for one, but jet lag, we're good.
Awesome. Yeah. At least the one you have control over, the other one not really. So happy you don't have the jet lag. I see a few GMs in the chat. So Foodle always pulling up. Happy to have you. JD's in the house. GM JD. JD, actually, you missed the guy in actually, no, you didn't. Actually, we all met him by now, right? Yeah, everyone met him because we all went to Accelerate. Pierre, did you meet JD in person?
No, I did not.
Oh, actually not, because you guys wanted
Unless
to meet
you
somewhere.
and Benny.
Yeah, you wanted to meet somewhere in Bangkok, but it didn't really happen back then. I remember this one. So yeah, JD, we got to make that meeting happen at some point. Obviously, we'd love to meet all of you guys, but it is tough sometimes. But yeah, big shout out to JD, good man. Alden, also always happy to have you. Analyst Joseph in the house, rocking the Nomu NFT right here. Yeah, I haven't met Pierre yet. I know. Okay, it's good. GM Giannis, GM Pierre, 1964. We have Cyber in the house. Obviously, Jake Lenan is here, Snowtoshi, Hector Schultz, and CG is also here. And he says, solid to the moon, solid to TGE moon. I think you mean the moon. Yeah, the moon. The future is solid bright. $1. Let's go. Osum is also here. GM all, we are another sell stream. Yeah, not gonna sell before $1, guys. $1 right now. We're at 0.0. What is it? I always forget the exact decimal. 0.005. So 10x from here would bring us to 0.05. If I'm not mistaken, at a 50 mil, and then 100 mil should bring us to 1. Yeah, if I'm just considering if my math is mathing, but I think 100 mil FTV should bring us technically to $1. Yeah, which is definitely not a stretch. And I actually would say
100 million is already $1? No.
I mean, no, maybe not. I mean, right now we're at 0.005, which is 5 mil FTV. So if we double our FTV, we're at 0.1. And then if we do a 10x, we're at 1.
I mean, really, the question is, what's our supply? Because our supply, if we're
It's
looking
1
for
billion.
$1 billion, so then we need a 1 billion
million.
market cap. Is it 100 million? I think it's 1 billion market cap.
Okay, guys. I mean, luckily, we're not the ones who do all the tokenomics. Like, we do have some people that actually know math. So that's good. But help us, guys. SwissBorg in 2029 was 0.005, which is where we are right now. And right now, SwissBorg is trading at 0.46, not too far away from $1.
Nice.
So, yeah, you just got to hold on to your back sometimes, right? It is what it is. And I think from 2019 to 2025, a lot of people sold their Borg, their bags, because they, didn't believe in it or they did something else with it. But sometimes I read a few of these posts where you just hold on to the tokens like 5 years and you sell them and then you make your 10, 20, 50x. But everyone is just like in and out and trying to, and we'll all do it. I mean, right? But there's some learnings. You should go through when you go through these trading experiences. But talking of trading, why don't we just take a quick look at the chart to get this show started?
Wait. Stop. You're moving too fast, my friend.
Too
moving
fast, bro. It's already
fast.
15 minutes in.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
didn't do
yeah.
anything yet.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. And 5 of these 15 minutes are from the timer, so it doesn't count. It's 10 minutes in. And before you move on with the charts, I think there's a lot of stuff that you can actually already share with us because you went
Can I?
to KBW in
Did I?
Seoul. Did you? I think so. At least that's what you told me. But I know you call it Seoul, so maybe it's somewhere else.
Yeah,
but,
Seoul. 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 S-E-O-U-L. Benny?
Seoul.
I think it's Seoul.
It is
Seoul.
Seoul.
It's Seoul.
Yeah, but
Only
not
for
like.
Simon,
Okay,
it has ever been
okay,
in
what-
Seoul.
What does?
What blockchain
what does,
do we work on?
What?
Seoul.
Solana.
Well, Seoul.
Seolana.
Solana was actually one side event at KBW.
No, it's Solana.
No, it
That's
is-
why it's Solana.
But it's. Wait, let me
Too many foreigners in this solid talk. It's just getting all mixed up now.
What does it say?
Yeah, it says Seoul. That's how you pronounce the city.
Okay, how do you write? What happens?
Your
if-
friend Eno is
Yeah.
Korean American. What
Yep.
does he say? Does he say Seoul or does he say Seoul?
Yeah, there's like a twist. It's not like like what happens if you walk into a room and your mom is naked? What leaves your body? Your
I don't ever want that to happen.
your soul.
My soul, yeah.
Yeah, your soul. How do you write that? S-O-U-L, right?
I
Your
know.
soul.
I
leaves it.
know. I know.
Okay. And what's the ticker of Solana?
Sol. S-O-L.
Seoul. Okay. Seoul and Seoul. And what's the name of the capital of South Korea?
Seoul.
It's the same shit than the thing that leaves the body when you see your mama naked in the room.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not, but you don't write it this
I don't know how we got here.
Yeah,
This
but
is-
that's how it is. There's a lot of words that you pronounce different than they are written.
Like which one? Which else?
I don't have a specific example, but there are a lot of
Okay.
words.
I don't think any word has
in.
anything
Can
to
you
do
help?
with my mother naked. I just don't know how this plays into the whole,
Nobody
whole
talked
picture
about
we're
your
building
mother.
here.
No one mentioned
Okay,
your mother.
a mother
Wait,
naked.
so
I
now
don't
it's
know how
my. I thought it's like you're using it as
Pierre's
a
mother.
someone's mother. Why is it my
someone's
No,
being
yours.
personally attacked here. I don't know who, but someone is being.
All right, moving on.
Singled out.
So I was in the capital of South Korea for KBW, and there were a lot of side events. And I went to the side event, which was, sponsored by Jupiter and these guys, and they had a great name for the event, which I won't say. And there were a lot of ecosystem projects. I saw some speeches from Kash, from Jupiter. I saw some speeches from our friends from Kudis. Dirk was on the stage. I didn't catch him though. I wanted to. And yeah, I met a lot of friends. I caught up with our friend James Hanley. Shout out to James. I'm probably not listening in right now, but very good guy who just got hired from Sanctum. Sanctum team was there, of course. I love Jesse. All the people, actually, like lots of people that we know were at KBW. And yeah, vibes were great. I don't like the fried chicken because there's just no chicken on the chicken. It's just fucking fried. And then you walk into a restaurant and they have like 10 different variations of fried chicken and nothing else. I'm like, what the fuck? Can I have a grilled chicken? No, just take this one. It's almost grilled. It has like 5 centimeters thick fried. And I'm like, what the fuck do you do to these things? I don't even know what's in there. Anyway, so that's one of the downsides of South Korea. What I also dislike from South Korea is that they always scream. Like they always, literally the airport, if you're in the airport at the capital of South Korea, they don't have announcements with speakers. They stand in front of the gate and they just scream. But the gates are like right next to each other, so they all scream. And after 10 minutes in the line waiting, and you just like every 10 seconds someone screams, you're like, guys, I just want to get the fuck out of here.
Remember that.
Yeah. So those are some downsides. What I do like about South Korea is actually it's a really interesting mix of kind of old-fashioned Asian culture that you can feel in the streets everywhere, like small streets and kind of simple street food restaurants, but also a really modern, fashionable, artistic vibe in a lot of places. So South Koreans really know their shit. Like they're really fashionable people. They have their K-pop, It does really have a lot of unique flavors. So interesting country to visit. One of the biggest news from last week was that Upbit got acquired by Naver. Upbit is the largest exchange in South Korea and one of the biggest exchanges in the whole world, because South Koreans are just trading a lot of volume. So Upbit is a huge exchange, and Naver is basically the Google of South Korea. So it's the biggest tech company. It's a super app. They have maps, they have payments, they have chats, they have everything, and they bought Upbit in an acquisition. Really interesting move from a traditional tech company moving into crypto to some extent. So I think we're getting more and more mainstream. And I just told to Benny as well, and Pierre probably haven't seen it yet, but Polymarket was featured in a South Park episode yesterday. So even South Park starts to talk about crypto apps now. So yeah, they made a whole episode about prediction markets, and you saw the Polymarket UI sometimes on the screens and shit. Like it was obviously a homage.
Now I get the meme where it was coming from. I didn't know the backstory. I just saw some South Park memes going on this week.
Boomer.
Yeah.
Boomer.
I saw what the kids were talking about this week. I didn't know what was going on, but people liked it.
Who invited this guy into the stream, by the way? Who?
He just spawned here, bro. He just spawned here. Unfortunately,
Unfortunately. I said, hey, Simon, you got solid talk today? Oh, what do you know? I'm free. Got a few drinks in me too. Might as well show up.
we need to change the link, Pierre. We need to do something about it. Especially
add a password or something, so not everyone can just join whenever they want.
Nah.
Yeah, I can't have randoms hopping in here. Fuck.
Yeah.
We want him here. When I say we, I mean me. You guys can.
I'm just joking.
Yeah. So yeah, overall KBW was great. And now just arrived in Singapore. So Token Week is in front of us. Lots of events here, lots of people. 500 side events in Singapore on Luma. Makes no sense. So I'm just gonna try to go to everything at Solana centric. The biggest one's gonna be Solana Apex on Tuesday. So we're gonna show up there. And gonna do some in-person meetings and obviously spend some time with Benny, fucking around, working and brainstorming and talking to some people. So it's gonna be fun. Not here for too long, but I do look forward to go back to Europe. Not gonna lie. I do like Asia, but it's just
I actually still hate the fact, and I'm very happy. I mean, I'm sad, but I'm also happy knowing that I don't have to deal with this shit that's going on in Singapore or is around F1. Why do they have to put token? And last year was even with Breakpoint also. And the F1, why do they need to put all of these events together? First of all, it's totally overpriced. Everything is 10 times more expensive. And then you don't get taxis, and then they close down the street. So you just literally want to cross the street. You have to walk 10 kilometers like last year. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. But so you guys have to deal with that shit. I'm here on my island drinking my coconuts.
Flying away from the typhoon.
Oh my fucking shit. There's a huge spider on the floor.
What a time.
There's the trade-off.
Do you wanna do something, bro? You should do something. I would have already left the stream and be outside somewhere right now at this moment. You just sit there. Do something.
I don't know what to do. I cannot touch that thing.
You don't touch it, but put a glass on top or take a shoe and hit it. Or call your girl. She's from there. She knows how to deal with these things.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
Call your girlfriend and kill him back. Yeah.
That was actually perfect timing. He was like shitting on Singapore. I'm gonna be here slapping on my coconut on my island. and then it's like a huge spider that's about to kill him.
I'm gonna be honest. I was in the shower this morning and I had a full-grown gecko crawl up my leg mid-shower, and it was very unsettling. I'm not used to it. Well, first of all, I'm showering outside in Singapore, which again, not used to. I mean, it is kind
Where the
of
fuck is-
it's very like paradise, I guess. Like
Mm.
showering outside, but at the same time, I have to battle the natural elements and animals inhibiting
Hmm.
my living space.
Bro, it's an adventure. It's an adventure. You're not even in the jungle. You're in the biggest city down here, in this part of the world. So imagine you
I
go out
remember
here.
I remember I was in when we went to Bali and I was in Indonesia. I was laying in bed in the room one day, and we were staying together. All of us were staying together, and I saw a gecko. Like it was at night, and I was
Mm.
laying in bed, and there was just a big gecko on the wall crawling up it. And I was so tired. I was like, "Yeah, it's fine, whatever. Who cares? I can't deal
Honestly,
with this right now."
the geckos are right. Like I'm much more okay with reptiles than with insects. So yeah, Hector says pick it up. So I don't know what Pierre's gonna do. Janis says nope, take a glass and paper. That's what I would do. Eaten by a spider live on the stream. What a way to go.
No,
It's good for
we
the-
can hear him talking to his girlfriend right now. He is begging Aaliyah to pick up this spider. I can hear it.
Please do something about it. I can't do that.
Look
I need
at
to
it.
be on the stream.
What am I supposed to do?
Okay.
Is-
Oh no, he's coming back.
We see a shadow. There he is.
Yeah.
Mic in hand.
I think he
Oh,
always hears us
fuck.
anyway. Because
It's running.
what happened? Uh-oh. This is really exciting. Benny, what are we doing? Should we give
Huh?
I'm gonna
Yeah, we
land
just-
my seat.
yeah,
No, don't release it. Just put it in the toilet or somewhere.
in the toilet, bro. It's gonna crawl up your ass when you take a dump. Don't put it in the toilet. Okay, so Pierre, what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you a moment to deal with the spider. We're gonna check in with you in a bit to see if you're still alive. Until then, I'm gonna head here and bring up Benny to replace Pierre with Benny. So we have some silence, and we're just gonna let's just take a look at Solana chart. Okay, let's do something meaningful here and pretend to be productive while Pierre's battling the spider and we're shit talking. So Benny, what's the price of Solana right now? Don't look. Take a guess. How informed are you of the market?
193.
Bro, what the fuck? When did you check the chart last week?
Didn't we break below 200 like a day or two ago?
Yeah, but we're recovered like since long then. Let me see.
No, this is hourly. Go to daily. Go to the daily chart and let's see the last time we were below 200.
Bro, the current price doesn't change if I go to daily.
Okay,
What are
yeah,
you-
but
what are you talking
what was
about?
the last time I checked? Look,
I'm still alive, guys.
Yesterday we were
Oh.
below 200.
Wait, Pierre. Yesterday we were actually below 200. Like we just recovered from here. So what is happening here right now? Pierre, just give us a moment. We're gonna check in with you. But you're live, yeah? You're good?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
it's
awesome.
gone. It's gone.
Awesome.
Nice.
awesome.
Big props to Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Big props.
You shout out for your girl.
Why do you not think that I was the one removing it?
Because
I heard you're squealing in the back.
and you're like begging her to do something. Come on, I know you.
It's literally standing behind her like, oh my god.
The funny thing is I do the same. Anyway. And you do the same, Benny. Anyway, so going back to the charts, we've been in this channel, right? Really like since quite some time. Funny enough, if we zoom out here, we were tracking the 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of setup. This fourth wave is kind of a bitch. It doesn't even work out this way. This should be the 3, if at all, if it works out that way. So this would be like a flat diagonal kind of impulse to the upside, not really impulse, more like flat diagonal third wave. And then in the fourth wave, right now this is a daily chart. All this shit here happened in 2024, 2025, beginning of 2025, new all-time high, then big sell-off to the downside, tariff lows, and since then we're in another kind of consolidation phase to the side. But we're going up. The trend is up, and we can see it very clearly here on the trend lines that this channel has been going up. We have been making higher lows all the time, and we haven't been able to break out through this trend line for 1, 2, 3, 4 attempts. But then eventually, just like 1-2 weeks ago, not too long ago, actually, yeah, not even like a week ago, we broke through it, we made it, and we kind of broke this resistance, which is the first very bullish signal. Okay, what happens after? Well, Crypto Twitter went really viral. Everyone was like, yeah, let's go. We're going to go new all-time high. All these digital asset treasuries are buying Solana. They're literally telling us that they're going to buy $1 billion worth of Solana tomorrow. We should buy now. Everyone starts buying. And that's usually kind of a bad signal, but I get it. We all get FOMO. We start opening our longs. There was like a big pile up of long positions and a lot of liquidity to grab down here. And the rest is history. Okay, that sounds more dramatic than it actually was, but it was quite dramatic because this red candle here was definitely a witch. It was on the 22nd of September. And it happened quick. This candle here happened quite quick. We dropped from this level up here at 231 all the way down to 213 in basically 1 hour. So it was quite brutal. And that was definitely the signal that there's a larger sell-off happening right now, and that was not it. You can have like a that cat bounce, or how the fuck they call it, which is usually one big red candle and then up back to the upside. That happens sometimes, but not here. We consolidated a bit. Here it was clear we're going to go lower, in my opinion. And that's still the same case where we are right now. There's not any sign yet that we have made a low. We could definitely drop lower. The signal for a low in is always, for me, 5 waves up, right? So we need to see 5 microwaves to the upside, and we're working on this right now. So far, we can identify 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I need to see one more high here to confirm that we're on our way to the upside. And if we are on the way to the upside, then this will not be one straight line. It will most likely be an A, B, C or something. So there will be another retrace where people might get cold feet and tap out or something. Again, the low might not be in yet, but technically, if we look at the chart here, this setup is still valid. 1, 2, 3, 4. We kind of hit the fib level up here, not too much oversold, overbought. We got rejected, and right now we're at the 0.786 fib level, which is like the last resort for wave 4, and we bounce perfectly from there. If we break through it, I think we might even retest this shit here, like this diagonal. Might happen as well. And then we're gonna go, if we're bouncing here, we're gonna go up, and then we might even see new highs. So the question is, I don't know what you guys think, but the question is Q4 gonna be bullish for crypto as historical the case, or are we gonna see more downside from here, which would be a bit of a abnormality, whatever. It wouldn't be normal. So yeah, based on history, we see Bitcoin all-time high in November. We see an Uptober before that, and we see some altcoins pulling after into Q1 2026. That would be my main scenario. And the good thing is, if everyone believes this, it's going to happen, because that's how markets work. If everyone believes in it, people will make this come true, because they're going to start buying into October, because they're going to think October is going to be bullish, and then October becomes a thing. This is why trends and historical patterns play out sometimes. Think about this. So yeah, CG says up from now. Benny, what do you say?
Hopefully up from now. I think going into breakpoint, Solana always generally does super well. Even if other altcoins don't necessarily perform. Thinking back to like Amsterdam, I believe. Amsterdam, I think, was like the initial, that was like the initial kickoff of the bull market, where Solana kind of led the way, where I think we like 3 or 4x'd within a month. And that was like breakpoint month that happened. And then everything kind of started there. I wanted to ask, on the chart, you mentioned that it was pretty bullish that we broke through the channel that we had been building. And even though we fell below it, it still is bullish. Is it not bearish that we fell below on just like a single candle? It seemed like there's so little resistance on losing that trend line, but we got rejected 3 times leading up to it, 4 times.
It is the way I see it. It's more like a bear trap scenario, where the bull case kind of becomes clear, but instead of pushing all the way up, we first taking out all the new longs that just got opened, because they thought, okay, we're gonna go nuts now, we're gonna go wild. All that, a bunch of new lows got created here, a lot of open interest kind of piled up, and all these fuckers got stopped out. So I think if we check the liquidation charts, you can actually retrace that that whole thing a little bit, maybe in the 1 week. Yeah, we need to have a longer time horizon for this, but you can see how liquidity was kind of piling up in the lower levels because of basically long positions opening, and then you see this is based, all this here are long positions that were opened while we were going up, right? And yeah, let's see, sometimes the data doesn't go back for a month. Let's check, but you can definitely see like this liquidity, it's a liquidity grab, right? Yeah, so all these colors here are like, you know, a lot of liquidity in the market that was building up from going up here. You see how they all got opened, and then the market was like, all right, let's take them all out, and now we're on this way down. And what is right now still a little bit scary is that there's still so much liquidity down here, all the way down to $150, that in a bear case scenario, at least in the midterm, it wouldn't be unrealistic to see the price drop a little bit lower before we go up. But again, based on the analysis, based on Elliott waves, at least, we don't have to do that, right? Based on Elliott waves, we can go up from here in a bull case. And even now, 2x, 3x is not unrealistic. Let's be honest. Like $400, $500 Solana sounds really, really bullish, and it is really, really bullish. But it's nothing that is impossible, honestly. We've seen it, and it could happen before. And until Solana hits $1,000, we're staying below Ethereum's market cap, which is okay, arguably still okay. Like I agree, we maybe we don't deserve Ethereum's market cap yet. They're around for so long and they have more liquidity in the markets. But fucking, we're making more money on Solana since half a year, or since more than half a year. We're outperforming Solana on revenues every single month. And you can say what you want, it is a very relevant metric compared to TVL. Some say even more relevant than TVL. So I don't know why Solana shouldn't be able to catch up to to Ethereum.
I'd argue that DATs are going to be a lot more impactful than a lot of people think. I think a lot of institutions and a lot of the protocols on Solana recognize that DATs are going to be super high value because they're essentially more or less not ETFs, but they're institutional ETFs to allow them to acquire as much Solana as possible through whatever means possible. So DeFi, Cameo, Loop Scale, or other DeFi platforms. But I don't really see much of CT or like the general user seeing the value of DATs compared to ETFs. Like when the Ethereum ETF was coming out, everyone was going crazy. Like everyone thought that was going to be the absolute catalyst for Ethereum. And you don't see that at all with DATs. And I think that's kind of bullish, that people are almost underestimating the impact that may have.
100%. Yeah. These companies literally exist with a sole purpose written in their fucking constitution, saying, yep, we're going to acquire Sol. That's all we do. This is the company.
In whatever way too. It's not as simple as just like buying, like an ETF is just buying Ethereum, buying Bitcoin, right? Like a DAT is a little bit different because it is acquiring as much Solana possible in any way necessary. So that LST restaking, which is a lot higher risk tolerance than ETFs generally will have, but also contribute a lot more to like the general chain volume and TVL and revenue generated.
Yeah, I think for people who are a bit more interested about that topic, can do a little bit of advertisement here for the latest video. I think this one here you guys can check out, because James is not only the founder of Jumbo Phone, which was selling over 1 million phones so far, which is already insane. No, he's also behind that, basically, that he's strategically advising and helped to raise $400 million for the treasury. So he broke down a little bit, for example, their goal of acquiring 5% of the total allocation of Solana, which is the company goal of the DAT that he has been working on so far. So yeah, imagine like they will do whatever it takes to get 5% of the total supply of Solana and hold that. That is their, obviously over years, right? It doesn't happen over a few months. But that is definitely one example of how these companies work and what their goal is. A lot of buying pressure, and there's more DATs coming out. Bonk even has a DAT. Like there's DATs for all kinds of potential projects on Solana.
My dear friends, I
Yeah.
have to chime in here. I love to hear you guys yapping about Salami and DATs and charts and whatever, if you're going to see 1000 this year or not. But let's talk also a little bit more about Solana ID and the
Let's
own
go.
token that we have.
Yeah, so the theme of today's live stream was SwissBorg ecosystem is going nuts, because SwissBorg has just announced their buyback program. This was the big catalyst. It was a keynote at the end of September, and we can probably also pull up the tweet. And it is really bullish news, not only for SwissBorg, but it is actually also really bullish news for any ecosystem project that is being built on SwissBorg rails, I would say. Probably the wrong way to put it, but we are an ecosystem project from SwissBorg because we launched. We raised our main capital from the SwissBorg community, so we are definitely intertwined with the SwissBorg ecosystem through the alpha sale. So SwissBorg onboarded us as a project in 2024 into the very competitive alpha deal program. And we then also ended up being the first project and the only project that has really successfully launched on BorgPad, honestly, with sustainable kind of community and traction. And now we're here. Now Borg is pretty much going nuts. And Alex, one of the co-founders, says why Borg goes over $3 in the altcoin season. Every single swap across fuels buybacks for Borg. So that's basically what happens. As of last week, 50% of fees were $400,000 worth of Borg weekly buy pressure, 1.6 million monthly buy pressure, and $20 million per year as of current stats. With the current liquidity price impact, that would pump Borg 50% in a single week, which is based on the obviously it's all calculations and projections. The buyback schedule kicks as soon as the first week of October, so it hasn't even started yet. So you're still early. And yeah, there's like a few other mechanics. You should probably check out these posts yourself. There's a few other mechanics. My big takeaway here is just that if this token performs really well, and you can see that people definitely were buying that they were buying the news, because the keynote was actually leading up. They were also buying the rumors, but then they were also buying the news. They bought both. So it's going up right now, and October is going to be here. So we're going to see buybacks starting here. I'm pretty bullish on the Borg token. And I think one thing we can identify is that when Borg pumps, then usually the ecosystem tokens also perform quite well. So while Solana was pretty much only going down in the past kind of couple, let's say 10 days, Solid token was able to at least maintain price, or at least or even go up a little bit, right? So there's definitely movement in the price as well. And one reason is obviously we have a lot of liquidity in Borg token itself through liquidity pools. So our biggest liquidity pool is a Borg and Solid pair, and yeah, that liquidity pool gains liquidity when Borg rises, which is good. And the SwissBorg ecosystem is mainly an app that more than 1 million users have on their phone installed. And if that ecosystem thrives, and if Borg goes viral, and if people look at Borg, the token, and you all know token is the best marketing. Token price is the best marketing crypto you can have. If token price goes up, people go and flock in, right? So I believe that SwissBorg is going to see a lot of users coming in, really, to also use their product and because the fucking product is really, really good. It is the product that I give my dad to buy crypto because it's so easy to use. So I think this will give more exposure to Solid. That's a TLDR. It gives more exposure to Solid because we are listed on SwissBorg. And we got listed on an exchange that has a lot of firepower and users for free. We even got money for it. We raised money from SwissBorg. So we got a really good deal, while all these other projects pay hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, to get listed on some shitty exchanges where, yes, they have good volumes, but they get fucked in the ass, to say it bluntly, because these exchanges have no interest in your project. While SwissBorg is a really genuine, like honest team, and if they see potential in your project, they will keep backing you, while the other exchanges will keep rugging you as soon as they can. If you give them some allocation, they're going to dump it, right? Market makers and exchanges are the most extractive players in this market. They're also the most profitable players in this market. Put one on one together. It might have some overlaps, these two topics. So yeah, I think TLDR here is that Solid is not only primed to perform well in an alt season because of internal reasons, which is our fucking buyback program, Solid Soil, our initiatives that we're pushing with partnerships like the MetaMask collab, and our product launches like the SDN and the Seoul portal, which are quite big updates that will impact our revenue flows as well positively, which flows back into the buyback. All these things are internal things we can do, right, to push price, and that's great. But besides that, we have the SwissBorg army behind us, and we have the SwissBorg ecosystem behind us. And I'm actually really happy that we went down that path, because I think it was a very sustainable approach to raise money for a token for a project like us. Not gonna lie. So if people ask me, would you do it again? Yep, I would do it again that way. Probably. It's not an easy way, right? We didn't do our 500x yet, but we also didn't lose our momentum, and we didn't lose our community, and we didn't screw our people, and our investors are still behind us, and everyone is good. And we even returned money to our investors in the launch of the token, because we went from 20 mil to 70 mil, 80 mil. So a lot of people made money on the public sale. All of our investors from the pre-sales and private rounds were able to at least sell their unlocks, their couple percent unlocks, and some of them even made their initials back from that. So we can say with a good conscience that some of the investors that backed us early made their money already back right now, even though the token's right now highly undervalued. Lots more to come, guys, when it comes to Solid. I think we're on a good path. There's a lot of shit we need to figure out when it comes to the project and to the product and to the product market fit. We're getting there. There's lots of work to do, right? We're not done yet. And we also make mistakes here and there, and we also have to pivot here and there. But I think the trajectory and the North Star and the vision is quite clear right now where we're going with Solana ID and how Solid ties into that, right? And that's the most important thing for me. Keyword, highly undervalued. Thanks for the comment. Very good timing to end my ramble. Make sense? You guys are on with me?
Yes, sir.
Totally. Yeah.
Awesome. Was that enough for you, Pierre? Because you said we need to talk more about Solid.
No, that was beautiful. That was.
Now you got it. Now you got the whole fucking grip.
I'm happy. I'm happy now.
Awesome. How about doing a giveaway before we forget this shit?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. 50 minutes in already.
Alrighty.
Damn.
Alrighty. So we're gonna do the giveaway. Then we're gonna touch on 2-3 more Solana ID internal topics, and then we're gonna do the participation NFT as well. And we're gonna end up the stream with a few content reactions. I think we have one at least that we're gonna touch on as well. But now we're gonna do the giveaway. Are you ready, Benny?
I'm fucking pumped, baby.
Alrighty, let's go. All right, what are we looking at? We're looking at Borg, the keyword.
Yeah, I
for
think that
today
was.
is
I was thinking
Borg.
that's pretty fitting for today's theme.
That's very fucking fitting. Let's go. Great timing, says no Toshi. I missed the last minutes, but now you're here. So put in Borg in the comment section. Put your fingers on the keyboard and slam in this BORG. Borg in the comments right now, guys. The timer is running, and we need you to put the Borg in the comment section. You also have to make sure that you follow Solana on X. So if you want to take part in this giveaway without you knowing what you win, do it. You will comment Borg in the comment section. You will follow Solana on X, and you will retweet this live stream, because then you will get a ticket in the raffle for 1,500 Solid that we will send straight to your wallet in the next days. All you have to do is put your hands on your keyboard, Borg in the comments, and have a little bit of luck and trust in our lucky fairy, Pierre. I'm borging. Are you borged? Don't be borged,
I'm
bro.
all borged out, man.
Man, I don't want to borg you. All right, now, guys, the time is up. The time is up. So you need to stop spamming Borg now. The last tickets are flying in. The last raffle tickets are flying in. Pierre, are you ready for distributing the grand prize of 1,500 solid?
Give me
Are
1
you
second.
ready?
Give me
Okay.
1 second. Okay, I'm ready.
3,
I'm ready.
2, 1, go. Stop.
We have our friend Some. Is he in the StreamYard comments? Yes, he is. There he is.
Damn.
Congratulations, Mr. Some, for winning 1,500 solid.
He's a lucky man. I think he won at least twice before. Guys, what are we doing? Like, how is he so lucky? Yeah.
To be fair, I think this guy comes to every single solid talk. So it's
True.
like 3 out of 53 at this
Also,
point.
And he texts me a lot with like ideas, and I'm probably not even fast enough. He invited me to Solana Apex Nigeria, and I'm actually considering flying down there in November. I didn't even know it's happening, and someone was like, "Yeah, you should come," and then I just applied as a speaker. So if they wanna have me as a speaker, I would consider. I don't even think it's that far from Europe. It should be like a maybe 5-6 hour flight. I think I'll check. But yeah, would definitely be down to go to Nigeria and preach the Solana ID gospel down there, because I do think we do have a few friends actually from down there, and I'd also be very happy to meet Cyber Brother, who I believe should be down there as well. So, some congrats for your win the 3rd time. Damn.
If you really go, then we have to for sure organize some nice merch.
Bro, we're gonna have merch. We're gonna throw a huge side event, and we're gonna invite all our friends.
Vegas.
I mean,
we're going to Vegas.
we're gonna
We're
fly
renting
them.
out Caesar's Palace. Have you guys seen
flying them
Hangover
out to-
movie? Solidian Nights. Run it back. That's what we're doing. Tiger,
Who's
Mike
talking
Tyson,
about
everything.
Vegas? We're talking about Nigeria, bro.
Yeah, but we're
Fine,
taking a
guys. I'll go
plane.
to Vegas next week. All right.
We're
if you
taking a
insist.
plane. We're flying them out to Vegas. We rent out this fucking Caesar Palace. So yeah.
Sure.
Congrats.
We might be able to do that once, but then there's no more Solana talks and no more Solana.
No more
idea.
Solana. I don't know about this. Drinking contest with Benny. Benny, how are we doing with the soju?
A little too deep, gonna be honest with you, my friend. We're up there.
Bro,
It's okay.
Upbit now, bro. It
What
is
does
what
it
it is.
mean?
I hope nothing with your mother. She already got enough today. Now, I would say we're going to move on to some other topics on the agenda. Pierre, take it away.
Take it away. What do we have? Yeah, we have the. Why did we actually not call this? What is it?
What are we talking about?
What is the?
Articulate yourself.
What is the ticker for Cardano? It's ADA, right? It's ADA, right? Yeah. So it should be
ADA.
Aided talk. I don't know. That sounds so shitty. Anyways, we're not. It's not going in a good direction. I will stop it here. We had an idea a couple weeks actually already ago. It just took a long time to finally get that picture of Simon holding a Solana ID shirt and a Solana shirt, to get this beautiful AI clip of him burning
AI?
those shirts.
Real, bro.
Wait, that's AI?
Yeah, it was real.
Holy.
Guys, I put my life on the line for this.
You can trick drunken Benny with that shit.
He's like, wait, you really
That's
AI?
I watched this like 3 days ago.
So run us through the thought process here, or like as a marketer. I mean, Pierre, like, why did we do this actually, and also what was the result? We have to talk about this as well.
Yeah, so the idea was basically just to get some eyeballs on some just like a random small marketing campaign, because honestly it didn't really cost us a lot of time and effort to spin this up, which was the whole idea of doing this, because it didn't cost so much time and effort to just try it out, but get some eyeballs by basically pranking that we would rebrand to Cardano ID. And then I think you can give a little bit more context why we actually chose Cardano for the rebranding gag, because
I mean, everyone knows also, despite Pierre, that Cardano and Solana are a little bit of a, they're a little bit of a, they make fun of each other a lot. And I mean, we have a right to do so because Cardano is kind of funny. And it's just like, it's almost a meme to kind of say that you're going to Cardano yet. It's like if you post that, like, I'm quitting my job with Solana because I'm going to work for Cardano, everyone's going to be like, yeah, right, let's go. Cardano has been around for a long time. Charles Hoskinson is kind of one of these names in the ecosystem, really popular man, I would say. He had almost this kind of sect-like following with Cardano. Obviously, when Cardano was hot and new back then, during that time, there were a lot of these projects like new layer ones, new technologies, interesting ideas, preaching and projecting a future where, you do this and that. Just didn't really work out for Cardano. They kind of failed on a few fronts. It is, technologically, it's not silly. It's actually an interesting technological setup, Cardano. I can understand why people believed in it. But they just didn't really manage to get it off the ground when it comes to the network, really, the ecosystem, right? Well, Solana did. So we wanted to kind of jump on that train, make a little bit of fun of each other. And if you click on get your Cardano ID, obviously you get forwarded to Solana ID. And we just did like some subtle changes here. We said proudly built on Solana, not Cardano. This app runs on Solana only. So some people actually, Bums, for example, saw that. I stay solid anyways. So, but Pierre, I think, or Benny as well, you guys kind of worked on this. Benny gave some ideas for the post itself, for the copy, wrote most of that. We hoped that it will go viral, like, that something more happens, but we didn't really get any engagement on this. I don't know, what's the takeaway? Sometimes it just doesn't work the way you want it to work, right?
I think it's good to kind of explain the perspective too, because I think a lot of users don't really understand any engagement's good engagement. So Pierre, you mentioned, the intention was to troll the Solana community, kind of rage baiting, but I think maybe like explaining
farming, for sure.
Engagement farming. I think kind of expanding on that and like why that's important and how that can be useful may be interesting.
I mean, the main idea for doing that was coming actually from something that Cluely copied from, was it App Mafia a couple weeks ago? And the idea is super old, it's not that they invented that shit, but for them it worked pretty well. So App Mafia was, I think, doing a video about launching an online course that didn't exist, and it basically just forwarded people to their website. So they got a lot of traffic during that mini campaign. They did a good video for that that performed pretty well, got a couple million views, and then Cluely jumped on that train. They also did a video like very similar, but that was the idea, to make it very similar. And then it performed also pretty well, and they were also saying they would sell an online course for $5,000 or something, but obviously they're not selling an online course because they are an AI assistant, whatever. I don't know how to describe actually what they're doing. I know what they're doing, but I cannot find one word. Doesn't matter anyway. it worked pretty well for them. So we were thinking, or I was thinking, why not giving it a try and doing something similar? Obviously, we cannot say that we are selling online courses because it just doesn't fit the niche. And then we ended up saying, why not doing it in a way that is a bit more unique? So let's do a fake rebrand. And obviously, I was thinking it would get a little bit more engagement, and also hoping that people would, have a rage bait from that. But it didn't work out. Cannot really give you an exact reason. I think there's a lot of factors why it didn't
Well,
work the way.
I mean, just it didn't work out, and that's fine. But I think a lot of people don't really recognize the value that engagement is engagement. Like having eyeballs on your project, regardless if it's super positive or maybe super negative, is valuable. I mean, if you look at Jimmy Kimmel, his there's a bunch of drama with all this stuff that was going on. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with that situation, but most recently he did a big apology on, I don't know. I'm not going to go into it because it's a little bit political and I don't really want to get into it. But anyways, he said some stuff and then he went on to apology, and it was very controversial. And his most recent show where he went on stage, he did an apology. There's a little bit of tears and everything. It was the most viewed show ever before. Like Jimmy Kimmel's ratings have been atrocious for the last year, 2 years, something like that. And then the last month have been higher than ever before, just because of the controversy that's going on right now. And I think a lot of users think negative attention is always bad, and that's just not the case. And I think marketers understand that a lot more, and I think that was kind of the angle that I was asking the question at.
Yeah, negative publicity is the publicity. That's the whole idea.
Yeah.
Until
look at the Hawk Tua girl too. I mean, she got terrible publicity, but she also blew up. But terrible example, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is probably terrible because that actually is a good example for maybe going a little bit too far. With negative, because we can do a lot of shit as well. Like we could just I don't know. We could really rebrand to Cardano ID. So we can do a lot of things that actually hurt the project and the community.
Yeah,
and
but
it would
then
be very negative.
It would be actually a very big downgrade if we would do that.
Really, I don't even know how the fuck we would make any money as Cardano ID. So yeah, it was obviously a troll. It was an engagement farming kind of post just for fun. But another post we just released actually the other day, which was probably yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, was a post about some upcoming announcement. Let's take a quick look at the trailer before we talk about it.
Did you see that? Oh.
What the hell?
Can you tell me a little bit about the Super Team Germany?
Very happy to. So Super Team Germany is there to give the best possible support to...
Did you see that?
Oh no.
No way.
Damn. Dramatic. The tension is in the air, and everyone is very suspicious about what is going on. And if you're Solanian, you always know what's going on. It is perks from every corner of the Solana ID ecosystem. And that's what we will be talking more about in the next week with the full rollout of the SDN. And we don't gonna go into any detail today because I think we shall do it next week, because next week's Solid Talk theme will be all about the SDN and the Solana Display Network and what it is and what it does and what's the current state of it and what are we launching and how are we gonna conquer the Solana ecosystem with infinite reach. I mean, reach is never infinite, but with a lot of reach. And that's what the SDN is about. So yeah, we pushed the announcement, which was not an announcement. We pushed a teaser just yesterday to kind of give the people a first glance of it. What do you guys think? So far, so good. Let's see next week how the announcement goes. This time we'll have a few other companies chime in, help us to spread the word that everyone gets it. So I think one of the biggest, not mistakes, but one of the biggest points we have to work on at Solana ID together as a community, and most importantly as a core team here, especially the three of us, is pretty much the mission of Solana ID and the direction of the product and what it is. Because I still feel it needs to be more clear in the market. I want to be perceived, as the performance marketing engine of the ecosystem that is doing the best job of identifying target audiences and reaching them as well and converting them to users. It's not a highly complex topic if you lay it out that way, but I think a lot of people still don't really get it. And same to the Solana Display Network. What is it? What does it do? How does it work? Why is it exciting? It needs to be as easy as possible to understand for everyone. And first, we need to make sure that you guys understand it as community, and then you guys need to make sure that the next person in the room understands it as well, right? Benny, you feel like we can crush this better, or do you think the messaging is clear enough, or where's your head at right now when it comes to kind of the company direction really, and the mission that we're in, and with it, especially with the glance on the display network, which I think is not everyone knows what we're doing here.
Yeah, I think if you look at the product itself, and Simon, we've talked about this a lot, is every time we talk about the product and being able to offer perks to users based off of their on-chain history, wallet behavior, being able to display these perks and these offerings to users on third-party apps, every time we talk about this general concept to not only perk partners, but also display partners, they're super excited about it, right? Like, perk partners get to acquire users that they know are high value, high intent users based off of their previous wallet behavior. They're willing to pay for that. Display partners are able to monetize their web traffic, which I didn't realize this as a just everyday user, but it is absolutely impossible to monetize web traffic in Web3. And I don't think many everyday users realize how absolutely that is ridiculous. Like, that's insane that you can't monetize hundreds of thousands of people going to your website every single day. All of that attention, there's nothing you can do with it on Web3, specifically because Google AdSense, Web2 marketing just doesn't really mesh very well into it. And not only that, but also the users and the protocols, it just doesn't go together. So I think the product itself is good. What we're really struggling with is more of the granular aspects of it. So like API integration and perk discussions and finding out ways of combination there.
This is more like the B2B part of scaling,
exactly.
expanding the product. I just want to make sure that we're not forgetting the messaging and the mission for the broader ecosystem, because it kind of ties into that, right? Like, if our branding is on point and people know what we're doing at Solana ID, then also it's easier to convert companies and businesses into customers because they already know what this is about, right? They have a good understanding of it. And one thing we did, which I think helped, was rolling out landing pages for these products, and we probably have to use these more as well. So on perk.solana.id and display.solana.id, you can actually get a good understanding of both parties, both stakeholders and publishers. So in our wording, perk partners and display partners. They have their dedicated landing pages, right? And we ship all these things to make sure that we can, at the end of the day, make more revenue and accrue more value in the token, because that's kind of the journey we're on. That's our promise to all shareholders of the company, including ourselves, right? We want to first and foremost make the life of companies on Solana easier by preserving their marketing budget in a more efficient marketing campaigns. So they can make more money for themselves while we make more money on them making more money, because this is how Google became what Google is today. just based on marketing, right? Obviously, you can learn a lot from Google and their setup, right? They're a search engine. They own the internet. You know, they own a lot of websites. They built a huge network of publishers as well. They make their publisher very happy by making them a lot of money. They make their advertisers very happy by making them a lot of money. And in that journey, they make a lot of money for themselves. What can you learn from that? Well, help others to fucking make money, and you're gonna be rich. I think that is the essence here. So just solve problems and be a
Well,
problem.
It actually just
And-
gave
and-
me a flashback. Sorry, Benny, if I interrupt you right now before I forget it. It actually gave me flashback, Simon, because I remember a long time ago, almost 10 years, when I was a
Almost
young,
10. Are you Donald Trump now?
a young motherfucker, quitting college, starting my own marketing agency, and then somehow I slipped into that niche of like coaches and then network marketing, or I think multi-level marketing is probably it's more well known than network marketing. I worked with this guy who is the number one how to say sales representative from Forever Living Products. You might know that company, Benny.
Yeah, I also know.
You don't know it? It's a US
Forever
based
Living?
company. Forever Living Products, FLP. Not that FLP from Flash Trade, it's another FLP. Anyways, I think he was actually a billionaire already by that time. And one of the advices he gave me was exactly what you just said, Simon. If you want to be exponentially successful, meaning becoming crazy rich, you just have to help a lot of other people getting what they want, which is what you just explained.
Yeah. That's the essence of being an entrepreneur, really, right? At the end of the day, like, I mean, you can make money a lot of ways, but the best way is to just help others solve their problems. And the big problem for others is, how do I make more money? So, and if you're in B2B business, like then I mean, Google is it just makes so much sense, right? Like they make everyone rich, with the process, with the platform they've built. Anyway,
Well, and they
definitely
grow
something to-
based off of they grow off the success of the projects that they also promote, right? Like the projects that are advertising and utilizing their platform and doing really well, Google gets a percentage of that success. And I think Solana and Web3 in general, what we've been seeing, like with Pump.Fund, is a great example of the amount of revenue they've been making is absolutely insane, right? Like it's ridiculous. Even Web2 institutions are looking at that and seeing like, wow, this is insane. There's clearly a lot of potential in this field. Seeing other protocols on this chain making that much revenue and knowing that we can tap into that type of success by hopefully partnering with similar type of platforms ties into that same idea of kind of mutual rising tide rises all boats.
Yeah. Guys, we should probably do the NFT and come to an end here, because we've been going already over an hour without sharing the NFT. How dare we? So we do owe it to the community. So I would say let's get the NFT in here, Pierre, and let's reveal the participation NFT for today's Solid Talk. Because if you are new here and you don't know what the heck that means, well, let me tell you. Every single time you join these Solid Talks, you can get every time you join one of these Solid Talks, you can get a unique NFT, which is today this beautiful artwork, which is definitely, like I said, a unique one. It is different from the others usually. It has a lot of detail if you look into the background and everything. Looks almost like a badge or a banner or something. But yeah, every single week we have a unique one. Today, the 27th of September, in Solid Talk number 56, we are shipping you this beautiful artwork, and you can claim it only if you participate today. And how that works, we're gonna tell you immediately, as soon as we have it prepped. What do you think about this one, Benny?
I think it looks fantastic. You know what it reminds me of?
Mhm.
Slidian badge. Slidian Knight badge.
True, yeah. I mean, we don't know if you need it necessarily. Yeah, I mean, yeah, could be. Could make
I
sense.
don't know.
sometimes.
Hypothetically, just if there
Yeah.
was a universe.
It could make sense. How do we get this, Pierre?
How do we get this? It's pretty simple, Simon. I'm glad you asked.
Awesome.
All you have to do is either you have 3 options, Simon. Okay.
Yep.
The first option, you scan this QR code. The second option is you go to talk.solana.id. And the third option is a bit more manual, but you just go to Zeely, you search for Solana ID, you join our quest board, and then you search for the quest that is called Solid Talk #56 proof of attendance. And then you click on that quest and you use the secret code that is written in the bottom left corner on the screen. Borg, all capital letters. You type in your Solana wallet next, and then the last part,
Type it in. Damn.
you type it in.
All
Or
right.
maybe you copy and paste, or even if you have a .sol domain or whatever, you can also type it in. Then because then it's not so. You can.
Okay.
I think you can.
Okay.
Or you might be able to
Alright.
do it. I believe in you. And the
If you
third and last.
if you minted a free .solana domain from alt domains, you could type that in.
Schleichwerbung. And then the last part, I would like to ask you, Simon, if you have not done it, but I believe you have, then you have to do it again, I think, to just please interact with the teaser post from yesterday, or I think it was Friday. Friday was already 2 days ago.
I'm already done since 1,000 hours. I submitted my Zeely and I claimed my quest, and I'm waiting eagerly to receive it into my wallet.
Perfect. That's all you have to do.
Awesome.
I will ship it to your wallet. Or personally, I will not ship it, but Nino, our dev, will ship it to you if I tell him.
Damn. Our dev Nino is a fucking legend. Thank you so much, Nino, for shipping our NFTs every single week to all these wallets, besides building Solana's most innovative performance marketing layer together with your crack team behind the scenes. Nino's a legend. Unfortunately, he's not here probably right now, but the Balkan boys, the Balkan devs guys, don't fucking mess with them. They're gonna outcode you, they're gonna outrun you, they're gonna out-eat you, they're gonna out fucking everything you. These guys they're just built different. So yeah.
But don't ask them to help you while you want to squat 200 kgs.
Or join a Zoom call. They will fail miserably at both. Yeah. Anyway, a few insider jokes here. I hope you guys claimed your NFT, guys. Talk.solana.id, talk.solana.id. The secret word is a Borg, and if you submit the quest, you will get that collectible into your wallet, and it will help you to boost your karma. It will help you to look cool in your wallet because you have a big ass collection of Solid Talk NFTs, and it will help you maybe to get even some more future perks for being such a good collector. Now, with this being said, I think we can come to an end slowly so we can all get some sleep here and get ready for
some people in this stream will also get more soju instead of sleep. Who knows? I'm not saying names.
Maybe.
Simon, you degenerate. Jesus Christ. Go to bed.
How dare you, Simon? Yeah, I don't even know what soju is really. What is it, Benny?
I think it's like a Reiswein.
That's kind of just more of like a mineral water, I would say.
No, it's not.
Benny's drinking it like mineral water. He's like waking up in the morning. Oh, a glass of soju.
Wait, that is alcohol? I didn't even know that. I was thinking it's just water. That's.
I thought it was juice. Wait, hold on a second. I have no idea.
Grape juice. It's grape juiced, but it's kind of fermented grape juice.
No. I'll be calling it after this live stream for sure. Got a busy day, busy week.
True that. We got shit to do. And you, my dear listener, you have to show up again when it's time for another Solid Talk, because next week, same time, same spot, we're going to be here and we're going to talk about the Solana Display Network. We're going to take a look at the charts. We're going to take a look at the token, and we're going to tell you where the journey is going to go next. So make sure to tune in again for next Solid Talk next week. We definitely have a good amount of viewers today, with more than 14,000 people, and the number is going up right now. So happy that everyone's having a good time here. Thanks for joining Solid Talk number 56, and make sure to at least get solid or even stay solid if you already are. But I think you can always be a bit more solid, right? See you in the next one. Thanks for joining, guys. Bye-bye. It was fun, as always. See ya.